was the girl?
You.
What's going down?
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
A Working Man is a film that has quietly captured attention for its deeply human storytelling, exploring the struggles, resilience, and quiet dignity of ordinary people navigating a challenging world. Unlike typical big-budget dramas, the movie focuses on the intimate, relatable experiences of a man whose life is defined by labor, routine, and the subtle complexities of everyday survival. The narrative resonates because it delves into themes that many viewers can identify with: the conflict between work and personal life, the search for purpose, and the emotional weight of sacrifice. Its approach is grounded, heartfelt, and strikingly authentic, giving audiences a story that feels both familiar and profound. At the center of the film is the protagonist, portrayed with understated brilliance, who embodies the perseverance and quiet heroism of the working class. He is a man whose life has been shaped by his labor, whose identity is closely intertwined with the work he does to support himself and those he loves. Through his eyes, the audience witnesses both the pride and the fatigue that come with a life of dedication. The character is not defined by extraordinary events, but by the ordinary moments that reveal the depth of his character, small acts of kindness, moments of doubt, and the struggle to maintain dignity in the face of challenges. The film's narrative explores how a person navigates the balance between obligation and self-fulfillment. Our protagonist faces pressures from family, society, and the workplace, yet he continues to persevere, showing resilience even when circumstances threaten to overwhelm him. His relationships are nuanced and layered, reflecting both tension and tenderness. A central element of the story is the connection between him and those around him, family members, colleagues, and friends, whose interactions reveal the complexities of human relationships. These connections drive the emotional heart of the film, highlighting the themes of loyalty, sacrifice, and the often unseen struggles that define everyday life. The movie's visual style mirrors its themes, favoring realism and subtlety over spectacle. The cinematography captures the texture of daily life, the hum of machinery, the rhythm of labor, the quiet moments of reflection. Each frame is carefully composed to evoke the emotional landscape of the protagonist's world. Locations are selected to reflect authenticity, from the worn floors of industrial settings to the modest, lived-in spaces of his home. Lighting and color palettes are used to underscore mood, highlighting both the hardships and small joys of ordinary life. The visual storytelling is deliberate, providing viewers with a sense of place and context, while allowing the characters' emotions to remain central. A Working Man also explores broader social themes, shedding light on issues such as economic struggle, job security, and the dignity of labor. The film emphasizes that the life of a working individual is not defined solely by wages or titles, but by effort, integrity, and perseverance. It portrays the toll that work can take on mental and emotional health, as well as the quiet pride that comes from completing a difficult task or providing for loved ones. The story resonates because it reflects real-world experiences and invites audiences to appreciate the often overlooked sacrifices made by everyday people. The cast brings a depth and authenticity that strengthens the narrative. The lead actor delivers a performance that is both nuanced and emotionally compelling, capturing the exhaustion, determination, and quiet courage of the central character. Supporting actors enrich the story, portraying a range of perspectives that illustrate the complexities of human experience in the context of work and personal life. Their performances are layered and natural, creating a sense of realism that immerses the audience in the world of the film. Chemistry between the actors enhances the emotional resonance of the story, particularly in scenes that explore family dynamics, friendship, and mentorship. Narrative pacing is deliberate, reflecting the rhythm of the protagonist's life. The film balances moments of tension with quieter, introspective scenes, allowing viewers to engage with the characters' inner thoughts and emotions. This pacing mirrors the ebb and flow of real life, where challenges and triumphs occur in both dramatic and subtle ways. The film's structure emphasizes character development and emotional depth, making it an immersive experience rather than a spectacle-driven story. Every plot point serves to deepen the audience's understanding of the protagonist and the world he inhabits. One of the most compelling aspects of the film is its attention to emotional detail. Small gestures, unspoken words, and subtle expressions carry significant weight, illustrating how much of life's meaning is found in moments that are easily overlooked. The film avoids melodrama, opting instead for authenticity and restraint, allowing viewers to connect with the characters on a personal and emotional level. The protagonist's journey is one of internal growth as much as external action, and the story emphasizes that the value of a life is not measured solely by achievement, but by perseverance, compassion, and integrity. The film's themes of perseverance and dignity extend beyond the protagonist to the community around him. Scenes depicting collective effort, shared responsibility, and mutual support highlight the importance of collaboration and empathy. The narrative shows how the protagonist's actions, no matter how small, ripple outward and affect the lives of others. These interactions emphasize the interconnectedness of people and the ways in which everyday actions contribute to a larger societal fabric. The film encourages viewers to consider the often unseen efforts that sustain communities and the humanity in shared struggle. Musically, the film employs a subtle score that complements its themes. The soundtrack emphasizes emotion without overwhelming the narrative, using soft orchestral arrangements and minimalist tones to underscore key moments. Music is used sparingly, allowing silence and natural sound to convey tension, reflection, and intimacy. This restraint enhances the realism of the story and allows the audience to focus on character interactions and emotional nuance. The combination of sound design, score, and naturalistic audio elements creates a rich sensory experience that deepens immersion. The story of a working man is timeless because it explores universal human experiences. Themes such as responsibility, sacrifice, identity, and resilience are relatable across cultures and generations. The protagonist's journey resonates because it reflects the lived reality of countless individuals whose lives are defined by routine, labor, and dedication. The narrative highlights the value of perseverance, the dignity and hard work, and the emotional depth that exists in ordinary life. By portraying these themes with sensitivity and authenticity, the film creates a profound emotional impact that lingers long after viewing. The film's exploration of family dynamics adds additional emotional weight. The protagonist's relationships with his children, spouse, or parental figures reveal both tension and tenderness. Conflicts arise naturally from differing priorities and generational perspectives, yet these moments are balanced by displays of loyalty, love, and understanding. These interactions underscore the human need for connection and the challenges inherent in maintaining relationships under pressure. The story emphasizes that love and family are often complicated, requiring effort, compromise, and emotional intelligence. A working man also examines personal identity in the context of work. The protagonist's sense of self is closely tied to his labor, and the film raises questions about how careers, responsibilities, and societal expectations shape who we are. The narrative explores the tension between personal fulfillment and duty, showing how the pursuit of purpose can be both motivating and burdensome. Through this exploration, viewers are invited to reflect on their own lives, consider the sources of their satisfaction, and appreciate the unseen labor that defines the human experience. The film balances realism with subtle cinematic artistry. Scenes are constructed to feel lived in rather than staged, with attention to the nuances of daily life. Dialogue is natural and understated, capturing the rhythms of everyday speech. This approach allows viewers to feel present in the protagonist's world, observing his interactions and decisions with intimacy and empathy. The film's attention to detail extends to settings, props, and costume design, which together create an immersive depiction of life as it is truly experienced. Conflict in the story arises organically from both internal and external sources. The protagonist faces challenges in the workplace, family, and personal life, creating layered tension that drives the narrative. Rather than relying on sensationalized plot points, the film emphasizes realistic obstacles that are both relatable and compelling. This approach fosters empathy and engagement, allowing audiences to connect deeply with the characters' struggles and victories. The resolution of conflict often hinges on character growth, ethical decision-making, and the exercise of resilience, reinforcing the film's central themes. In conclusion, A Working Man is a deeply human story that captures the essence of ordinary life while exploring universal themes of perseverance, dignity, and emotional growth. Its strength lies in its authenticity, nuanced performances, and careful attention to emotional and visual detail.